Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Me and Higurashi. Aiden, you look a little different. Thank you for noticing. First haircut in like 9 months. Short hair Aiden. Very. Actually, probably the first time seeing. I mean, it was kind of short, I think, in ID Invaded, but yeah. It's been a while. I mean, I don't really care about my hair, as you may have deduced from literally the state of my hair in any video. But it is nice having short hair. I just couldn't get a freaking haircut, dude, because Toronto kept going into lockdown. Uh, but yeah. It's good. Besides, I forgot how expensive freaking haircuts are. But it's alright. It's alright. Anyways, welcome back. We're on episode 10. We last time fighting against the child welfare center. We got Kameda. You may know him as a Koshin level pitcher from the Okonomiya Titans, very beloved character, and some of the otakus. On our side, we got a nice sizable group, but it seems that the attack has failed. You know, they're sticking with their guns, and yeah, crunch time now. We need. I think they now realize that they need. Well, actually, maybe they don't yet. It did end with Rika saying that she needs to convince Satoko, which is a very good step. But they also need the power of Hinamizawa behind their backs. You know, unity and all. So should be a fun episode. Some good scenes to look forward to is the Oryu confrontation. I really love that scene in the visual novel, so it should be fun, hopefully. What else, dude? I don't think they'll finish it in this episode. I think they'll go to the next episode, maybe finish it halfway or close halfway, and then do Watanashi and maybe the big reveal. I don't know. It just feels like it's not long enough with all the stuff they need to get through. But who knows, dude? I don't know anything. Let's get into this episode, though. Get your copy of the episode ready. This is, again, episode 10, otherwise known as Minagoroshi, part 5, Confrontation, according to my subs, which are... I know the episode names are actually sometimes wrong, according to my anime list. I'm running with stuffed subs, I'm sorry. I don't think they made that much of a difference, though. Yeah. Get your copy of the episode ready. We're gonna sync it up soon after the countdown. And again, timer in the bottom right. You know, you just don't have good reflexes. I know it's hard to hit the countdown. I mean, maybe it is. I'm not making fun of you. You can always use the timer in the bottom right. It makes things easy. You know, you need a break. Just sync it back up again later. Very, very easy. And of course, at the end of the episode, we will be doing a review / analysis of the episode where we go over it and maybe compare to the visual novels here and there. So yeah, and if you're just like, I don't really want to watch this, then you can just skip to the end. Just the analysis will begin when the timer disappears from the screen. So pretty easy to find. But anyways, let's get into this. I'm excited. And yeah. So, actually, let me check. We're Gucci. Start this in 3, 2, 1, go! Yep, confrontation. Banter? I actually have a good amount of banter. I can spread throughout a couple episodes, I think. What should I start with? Oh, dude, so they're like, Aiden, what are you doing on your off time? Well, very recently I've been watching like a ton of horror movies. Kind of off season. I mean, should just wait for October, but that's been fun. I've switched to something else. Don't know how proud I am of to say it. I've been watching Love Island, the reality British dating show. Um, it's very trashy. It's the first time I've ever watched a trashy show, and I'm actually like I love it. It's so fun to watch. And I'm not saying like they're trashy, the participant. I mean, some of them are, but I don't know. There's just something fun about it. I now respect people who like stuff like that. It's so I don't know. It's just so much fun to watch, and it's new to me. So Love Island, maybe give it a try. You might hate it, but I don't know. There's just something about it that makes it so entertaining. I just love the drama, dude. But yeah, that's been basically what I've been up to the past week. Um, Entertainment wise, again, would recommend at least checking it out if you don't hate that kind of stuff. If you're neutral or haven't, then I recommend checking it out because I didn't know I would like it. This is a scene where I think Oishi has this talk with Keiichi in the visual novel, but they changed the order around. But that's fine. Yeah, it's the scene I was mentioning in the last episode. They did put it, they just rearranged the scene stuff. It's good. I'm glad they have it in. Or use freaking strong arming them. Yeah, the only difference is Oishi tells Keiichi about it right now, or maybe after this conversation. It's either right before or after. I don't know if it matters, but scared of the Sonozakis, I would say, more than the Hojos. Guess it's the same boat though. Hmm. There's a translation note, but I have no idea what they're referring to because I was busy reading it instead of the subs. It was like a freaking. It was a long ass sentence, and I don't even know why they showed the kanji, so I didn't understand what they were referring to. Probably doesn't matter. Yeah, this is kind of a meme, but it made sense. The stigma is still there. I can imagine it, I guess. Yeah, Hanya's just chilling. Don't blame her. Ooh, this is fun though. Kiichi vs Kimiyoshi. You know, I love the Oryu scene. I kind of forgot about this one. It's kind of weird with how Kiichi's dad here though, because he kind of pops off too, from what I remember. Jesus. Right up to him, huh? Ooh, Irie is chilling there too. Kimiyoshi looks exactly the same as he does in the visual novel. That hair is just so bad. Just shave it all off at that point. The Kiichi war. This was some This was cool too. Getting little tributes so they don't mess with the government again. Why wouldn't she know that, to be honest? It's a great way to poke at them. Look at the state of Hinamizawa, dude. Why is Ire talking? I feel like he wouldn't care at all. I remember that phrase. I don't know if they said it in the anime. I can't remember exactly how it goes, so I'm not gonna try, but probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this one. They reference that in previous arts in the visual novel too, I think. I'll talk about it more in the analysis, but in the visual novel, I remember in this freaking scene, dude, I think Mybra starts like actually fighting with someone, like someone like slaps the shit out of him or something. And then his dad pops off or something. I don't know. I just remember it being funny. They were like in a slapping match because Keiji was fighting bad too. Some good stuff. You love to see it. Oh yes, the true raid boss. Like I mentioned before, though, this is like it's actually a dead end when Tepe comes back, since it just takes too much time to save Satoko. Even if they do, they need more prep time for the other threat. All right, the scene was really good in the visual novel. I love how abrasive she is, dude. They didn't show her too much in the anime. She has a bit more of a, well, not really, but you know, I just love the way she speaks. Or already going into this, huh? This scene was so funny. It's not really their fault, to be honest. Bruh. Yeah. You can't go. Doesn't work like, I mean it actually does work, but she's another beast. But that's not the funny scene. I love this scene coming right now. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, to be honest. It is impressive though, just dissing Ori in front of her face. Mm. Ah, wait, maybe not. Yeah, they didn't do it. We'll talk about it in the analysis. It was so much better in the visual novel. It's just like so much build up, and you really think Orio's about to say yes, and then you're like, "Fuck no, fuck Satoko." Not like that, but it was so funny. And then Keiichi would literally like lunged at her. Where's the violence, dude? Why are they cutting out the violence? But again, we'll talk about more in the analysis. I'm a little down, but it's okay. It's not that important. It's just entertainment. Don't come. Yeah. Why even show that frame, bro? That looked so stuffed of them walking. True. Sometimes. It's always funny to me whenever Rita changes her voice and nobody freaking notice. I mean, they sometimes they notice, but they don't really care, huh? That's just to me. Maybe as an English speaker, it sounds so different, but maybe to them it's just a different tone. But this sounds like a completely different person to me, right? Yeah, can't really imagine a world without Keiichi, bro. That's an insta doomed. Halfway point. Maybe they will save Satoto then. If it's halfway. No, halfway point, but it's actually like 2/3 done. Ida. This guy was funny too. Wait, is this? No, the super boss man. Boss man. We call him boss man. Have you showed him? Oh, Ida was the in between man, huh? This should be a different guy though. The final boss of the welfare. Yeah, this guy. He didn't have a sprite, but he was so funny, dude. I love this guy. He's not around here though. Oh boy. Like he wasn't that arrogant in the visual novel too. Like he was actually like it made sense because they're asking them to make a special exception for Satoko. And obviously following the rules, he doesn't want to. And he's not from here, so he doesn't really care about Hinamizawa's reputation or whatever. So but his art is freaking hilarious. He's introduced much earlier in this series though, so they cut most of that art off in the anime. The squad, bro. I saw those waitresses. Oh, you think they're trying to bring in this? No, I mean they have to, right? Never mind. I won't say it then. Just give up, bro. Oishi. Oishi was really cool in this scene coming up too. Kinda. Not right now, but soon he will be cool. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. You might know, just looking at that frame. Not the frame. No, I was gonna say Kumadai, my boy. You're still with stuff. It's okay though. Maybe in Higurashi Go, Kumadai will look better. If he's in it. Don't cut Kumadai out of Go. Please. Don't have the time. It's interesting Ren is saying that. Pretty sure in the visual novel, Keiichi is the one that brings up Satoko doesn't have a lot of time. Because he remembers Totoroshi, kinda. Oh no. Bro, she's actually dying? Come on, Tepe. Ooh. Oh, it's this scene. This would, I mean, not, it's a good scene, but not like, I'm laughing. It's a fun scene. We brought this up before, but this whole plot point is more spread out throughout the arc. This is kind of the climax, to be honest. Jesus, it's a hard slap. You hate to see it. The squad. Uh, this guy's voice was so good. You haven't met him. He's actually a recurring character from Watanabe and one other arc. He actually looks pretty tame in the anime, huh? Yeah, the mayor calls. Oh, okay. They ended it, bro. Excuse me. They have given up. Easy. Really? Oh my god. It's going so fast. Okay. Interest. They're not gonna show it, huh? Okay, guess we're just gonna have to wait until the next episode. It's a great cliffhanger. You know, I respect a good cliffhanger, and that is a good cliffhanger. I cannot lie. All right, good, good appy, good appy. I'll save it for the post analysis. I, I mentioned it in the comments. I am very up on this song. It's so good. It's actually so good. I heard the full song before. It is very groovy. Oh, groovy. Vibey. I vibe with it. Definitely my favorite out of the OPs and endings so far. We still have a couple to go through. And I know maybe not the next one. I don't know what's after this, by the way. I know there's like one or two things before for the Studio Dean stuff. But I do know one of the openings because I had it on my playlist before without even knowing it was an opening until I like looked some stuff up. Um, and that sounds a banger too. But when we get there, we'll get there. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Out of the two openings, I really need to look up what's after this. It doesn't matter right now though. But yeah. Oh, fun time. Nomura. She didn't have a sprite in the visual novel. Bro, you can't just show that in the post credits, bro. Really? It's a pretty big spoiler. Thank you, Rika. Strong will. Okay. Did memes, did memes. Thank you, Nomura-san. You're like, Aiden, who's Nomura? I mean, I'm sure she's in. Obviously, she's in the anime, but not a very good person. But anyways, that's it. That's it. We're done with the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. We're gonna go over it a bit if you want to stick around. If not, then I'll save you when we save Satoko. Save you? See you. See you. See you. See you. I got mixed up. Anyways, good episode. We finish off the child welfare art. It's really weird. Just like I mentioned before, this isn't like my favorite part of Minagroshi. But I wouldn't say maybe a little disappointed. I still think the episode was good and entertaining, but they did cut out a lot of the craziness that happens in the episode from the visual novel. There's like I guess for me like because in the visual novel this is like a third of the of Mina Roshi and the beginning's low and it gets like the climax is just so crazy that it's great. So I kind of miss the craziness, to be honest, but it doesn't really matter. It was still good. So anyways, we start off with the scene with Chia and the principal. So this is something I brought up last episode, and it's in the anime, so that's good. It's a good scene. Um I kind of wish, actually I don't remember. I'm pretty sure Chia actually kind of steals her resolve to fight in the visual novel, which she kind of didn't in this, but I'm not actually sure, so I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, I think it just like messed me up that they showed the Oishi scene so early, because I'm so sure that the Oishi scene happened in this time period during the meeting. I don't know if it was before this talk, after the talk, but it was somewhere there, and it's an interesting choice that they showed it before. I don't really know why. Um, I don't think it matters too much. It's just because since I know everything, it kind of put me in a little dilemma, mental dilemma. But it's all good. But yeah, that scene, it works. They kind of reveal that the village is just in an odd state where the Sonozakis have so much power, and since they condemned the Hojos, even though they're not even the same Hojos they condemned before, still the stigma. It's a rough situation, and then Teichi's just like, I got this, and then you get the scene with Teichi versus the council. It's good. It's good. I think it's also pretty accurate with the lines. Hitting them with that, they're so proud of rebelling against the government, and now they're just taking tributes from them. It was good stuff. I did mention in the anime reaction, and I'm pretty sure this happens in the visual novel. I might be tripping, but I'm pretty sure I remember Teichi's like doing all the streaming stuff. Then it's just some random old guy just slaps him, and then they get into like a slapping match or like shit talking each other. Well, not shit talking. Teichi was bringing up his argument. And I think the same thing happens to Rena. Like Rena gets into a slapping match with some old guy. It's very, it's chaotic. It's fun. They didn't show it. I don't know if it played out exactly like that, but it was like such a fun scene. I'm just like, yo, they're popping off. But yeah, good stuff. Kim Yoshi. Then we get to the Oreo. I think they actually do a good job with it. They put a lot of the zingers, which you expect, like Rena's low-key zinger. It's just in the visual novel, it was just so funny. So like in the visual novel, obviously it's like 20 to 30 minutes long. It's longer, it's more drawn out. Ori does a lot more shit talking in the visual novel about Satoko, and they hit her with like a lot of stuff. Like Rita's like, oh, she's my friend, and then Ori's just like, I told you, get better friends or something. It's just so funny with the old lady talking like that. And at the end, when Teichi's on his hands and knees, and then they do a really good setup as to show that Oryu might actually just say yes, I'll help, and there's a great CG with them bowing, and then Oryu's just like, if I do help Satoko, or something like that. Like if I do say that I approve of saving Satoko, what will you do? And then Teichi answers sincerely, and then there's just this like good vibes. You really think it's gonna happen. Then the music just cuts off. It's like, hell no, I'm not helping. I hate that insolent Hojo brat. And it was such a nice shutdown. I loved it. It was so funny to me. They did a really good job setting it up like, oh, Teichi's actually doing his word magic along with the club members. And the shutdown was so good. I would recommend checking that out in the visual novel if you have not. And then as soon as that happened, Teichi actually lunges trying to kill, I don't know if she was trying to kill her, but she does attack her. Like he said he would kill Oryu to save Satoko, and he literally goes for it, but obviously she's guarded by a bunch of Yakuza, so it was pretty crazy. And then they got kicked out because Oryu's blood pressure was too high. And then, or after that, Oryu was just like, actually, good stuff. I will help you. But yeah. Again, it's not too important. It's just very entertaining. But I mean, if you gotta touch some stuff, and the rest of Higurashi after this is like amazing, then fine, you can cut off that as long as you make the rest really good. um, but yeah, fun stuff. I think I do remember some weird, not flirting, but it's like, oh, which daughter are you gonna marry, Keiichi, haha, or something like that. Anyways, then we finish off the whole war, huh? They show the the boss man of the Child Welfare Center, very cocky guy. And then I actually like him in the visual novel. Like he's introduced a lot earlier, um, and he's not doing it because he doesn't. I mean, yes, he's not scared of Hinamizawa because he's new around here, but he's like very firm on the rules of the company. Like he's not doing it because he's just lazy and not scared. He actually believes that it's wrong to put priority on rescuing Satoko since it breaks the rules. Like just very like he very much believed in his own rules, or not his own rules, but the company's rules, which is kind of admirable. Because again, it's you could argue that their rules suck, but it is like I don't know. I kind of liked him. Then you have the whole protest. He's sweating. Again, the build up in the visual novel just way better. You actually get a scene with Mion's uncle, who is a recurring character in the show. He was in Watangashi, and I think in another arc. They're not in the anime for sure. He just has such a powerful voice, and he's so threatening. And like he actually goes in looking for him, and I'm pretty sure the guy's just like hiding in like a secret closet or something. Like it just gets more crazy and crazy. He's like terrified. He's like, oh my god. There's also a really cool standoff scene between Oishi and the Ento, because they kind of hate each other. And also there's like a really cool lawyer Ento, and he just keeps dropping these like long lawyer talk stuff, and it was cool too. And then cut for the episode, but again, it's fine. It's just like a riot in the visual novel. Like it was just so funny to me. Then we get Teppei beating Satoko, talking about the money. Again, I mentioned in the episode, this is sort of a longer plot line of Teppei looking for. That's why he came back to Hinamizawa, just to get the bank book, to be honest. This was kind of the climax before, obviously, what's gonna happen next. But yeah, Teppei's an asshole. And Satoko getting bullied is never alright. You gotta admire her guts, though, to protect Satoshi's room, even though she's literally dying. Well, not literally, but she looks pretty dead. But yeah, they end basically the arc ends with a call from the mayor, the ultimate. I mean, like, what can you do, man? The guy was sweating so hard. Again, you gotta give him props for even freaking surviving Mion's uncle, to be honest. And then just the last nail in the coffin was the mayor. But I think there was like even I think he was even like standing up to the mayor a bit in the visual novel, until the mayor kind of explained it in a better way, where he was like, oh, it's important to follow the rules. I respect you for that, but also special circumstances call for special exceptions, or something like that. And then he's like, oh, actually, he made sense. So it's kind of a meme, but it's good. Anyways, that's all I got for the analysis. Next episode should be really good. I mean, preview kind of showed a little more than it probably should. I mean, it's a preview, but you're not gonna skip a preview as an anime viewer with these funny little skits going on. But yeah, good stuff coming. finishing the type A stuff. The phone call stuff is really good actually, so I'm excited to see that, how they handle that. And obviously, stuff's coming in the next episode. Don't want to say it outright. I don't know why. I mean, I'm pretty sure no one's really. I mean, maybe some people are watching the anime blind and knows the visual novel, but I'm sure most people just aren't completely blind. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. Good stuff. Good stuff. Bottom line, I enjoyed myself, and that's all that matters. But yeah, now we get into next episode. We get into the very very good stuff in Higurashi. Should be fun. But that's it for me. Me sleepy. And yeah. I'll see you next time with whatever the next episode's called. I don't know if it said it. But yeah, that's all I got. See you. Bye.